a whisper, so quiet the cerebellum wouldn't acknowledge its receipt. The words were drowned by the reverb of a man calling, an after-image, an impression of teeth on the skin. And this concludes another chapter of, I don't know, some Nancy Drew book I picked up from my local library. It's amazing what you can find at your local library. Perhaps we'll continue that next week. Welcome to another late night mystery stream here at twitch.tv/purblindgamer. And hey, Hairball, how are you doing? Shout out Channel 3. Well, if you switch to Channel 3, you can hook up the VCR or the Sega Genesis to it. Who knows what channels these modern televisions use. But yes, Hairball is a wonderful streamer who plays mostly DOS games, also and is a feline. What were you playing most recently, Hairball? Cato's Post Office, which I can only assume is a post office run by Cato, the Roman statesman, but unfortunately they misspelled his name. But I hope everybody is doing well and had a good weekend. Mine was pretty good, pretty busy. I was helping a friend do a bunch of work, getting his home bar set up and putting some furniture together. I even managed to get blisters, small ones. Not as bad as we used to get in stagecraft sometimes. I miss doing active things. Then we went to a party last night, so that was fun. And yeah, sorry I missed Short Horror Saturday. Yeah, I knew some. I thought I might on Wednesday that I might still be able to stream, but then I knew that I wouldn't be able to. Like, I'd be gone basically all day. I left the house in the morning and didn't get home until midnight or something. So maybe I'll do a bonus stream to make up for it at some point. Or, of course, I also did promise to do a bonus audiobook stream at some point this week. Oh, it's an Australian game, not Roman at all. And you can go ack, 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 ack at birds. Like a cat's hunting cry. And thank you to everybody who came out to my last couple of streams, which, basically we played Nameless Inheritance and Nancy Drew recently. God, was that already a week ago? This week has been weird. But at least the big boss told us we get Wednesday off this week. And, Thursday and Friday. So that's good. I intend to sleep and do stuff I should have done long ere now. Maybe finish that story I'm working on. I was actually working on that this afternoon, that yearly horror story. But, not a lot going on in my life that I can talk about, the secrets of work. So let's dive into the game. The story so far. Nancy Drew has been called to solve the mystery at a snowbound Canadian lodge, the Icicle Creek Lodge. And there have been reports of a wolf prowling around and howling. We actually heard it. And the wolf, it bit one woman's tires, unless that was her crazy ex-boyfriend. And the wolf got a hold of some C4 and blew up a building. This is a very accomplished wolf. So the handyman at the lodge is clearly wants to hunt it down because he's got an obnoxious daughter that the wolf might eat, and the owner of the lodge wants Nancy to solve the mystery and of the wolf and the mysterious quote-unquote accidents. Yeah, blowing up buildings with C4 can happen by accidents, and Canada is a dangerous place. So that she can prove to her father that she's a real lodge owner and she doesn't need his help. And obviously, the best way for Nancy to investigate this is by posing as the maid, which means we do a lot of housekeeping and a lot of cooking. And a lot of snow shoveling. Life up there seems hard. And What else? Oh yeah, we've met a lady named Guadalupe, so we're pretty sure she's a werewolf. And we've met a suspicious student and a guy who comes up here for fishing. And that's pretty much all that's important. Oh yeah, we did get trapped in a landslide, and then the wolf dug us out and was about to eat us, and then either got scared or lost interest. So yeah, the wolf is real and looks quite vicious. And I really think that's all we need to know. Oh yeah, also somebody stole some pictures and a dinosaur bone. And it's possible that the founder of the lodge, who disappeared in like the 20s, is back and is a ghost and is using secret passages. But the jury is still out on all that. We have a lot to figure out. Which is why I have to tell the game to capture again every time I open it.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do it...
Of course. You can also tell a lot about somebody from seeing the menu of their game, but apparently that's missing. Now that's the real mystery. Where the hell did the menu go? Hackers. Oh yeah, we're pretty sure that Ollie's 6-year-old daughter, the Snow Princess, is a hacker. Well, that's one theory. So we just finished. I believe I had the presence of mind to save after we'd finished our lunchtime duties.
I'm staying out of there until I have to fix a meal.
I did look up a hint before stream because I couldn't tell where to go, and it turns out there's a door that I've been missing, which we need to access. Is it here? Yes. I've been walking past this the whole game. There's the sauna.
I'm just going to stand here and absorb the warmth.
One of the accidents was people getting trapped in the sauna. So, you know, if I were Nancy Drew, I wouldn't walk in there and close the door. But, as we've established, I am not Nancy Drew.
Nancy, I am glad to see you.
Are you all right? You seem upset.
You must listen. I was outside skiing very fast, as usual, and suddenly, boom! Snow, dirt, rocks, everything went flying into the air right in front of me. There is a mad bomber on the loose.
You think it was a bomb?
Of course it was a bomb. My competitors bombed the bunkhouse thinking I would be so frightened that I would abandon my training and leave. Only I wasn't frightened. So now they are trying to bomb me.
So where do you think these people are hanging out?
Do you think they're responsible for all the accidents that have been happening around here as well?
My competitors and the governments behind them, they are as desperate as they are ruthless. They are capable of anything. They can operate anywhere in the world, under all conditions. It would not surprise me if someone right here in the lodge is right now under their employ. But to them, I say, "Pa!" They do not scare me. I am the best cross-country skier in the world. I will neutralize their petty threats with my excellent strength, skill, and speed. I am sorry. enough about my problems. Did you want something?
Wow, we'd read that Yanni was very conceited, but seeing it firsthand.
Have you ever seen the wolf while you were out training?
No, for which I'm very grateful. In my country, in Fredonia, it is said that the gaze of the wolf will make you go blind.
Interesting.
Really?
They are creatures of infinite evil, and that is all I am going to say on the matter.
Well, he did save my life. Of course, he might have saved my life so he could eat me. Still, he could have just let me suffocate under the snow and then dug me out and eat me without any fight, so...
Ever see Lou Talbot when you're out there training?
The college student? Just yesterday I had to slow down to avoid colliding with him. It ruined my whole session.
You had to slow down once, so it ruined your whole session.
I hear that a major cross-country skiing competition may be held in this area in a couple of years.
This is very true. It will rival the Olympics.
Imaginative when it comes to gaining an edge on your competition. By imaginative, we mean ruthless.
Could that be the real reason you came here to train?
As long as I have to train, why not train in the place where I must eventually put that training to use? As we say in Fredonia, I am simply milking 2 goats with 1 bucket. Besides, I told you about the bomb. My competitors will stop at nothing to defeat me. I am forced to seek out and exploit every possible advantage open to me. I take no pride in some of the things I've done to bring victory to my country, but I have no choice.
Anything?
Chantal would like to use your name and picture on her website when she gets it up and running. Would that be okay?
I am sorry, but no.
Oh, well, so much for that. I've disturbed you long enough.
Come back anytime.
Where have I heard about Fredonia recently? Interesting. Like, 2-colored suit he's wearing. Nope. This is my first time here. I want to look around as much as I can. Is that... Sorry, is that a separate staircase? Oh, okay. I think that leads outside. You can see that exit. We'll probably get trapped in here by a gas leak, with a gas leak or something. I'd have to go out this way later.
If I go outside without a coat, I'll freeze.
You might freeze if you go outside with a coat. I can't look at the pictures. Ah, there. Been wondering where he was hiding.
Need something?
I've talked to all the guests, so I thought maybe it was time to talk to you.
Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. I ain't much of a talker. I don't get things said. I get them done.
Yeah. If you get things done, how come you haven't bagged yourself a nice wolf?
Then why aren't you trying to find out who's behind all these accidents?
'Cause I already know. I'm building something that's gonna solve all our problems. A wolf trap. One that'll finish off that thing out there once and for all.
You think the wolf is causing the accidents?
Not a doubt in my mind. Everything was A-OK till it showed up and started howling. It's bad luck. And something's protecting it. Something unnatural.
So that's what caused the explosion? Bad luck, or... Oh, finally we get to hear how Chantal's name is pronounced.
Does Ms. Moikwe know you're doing this?
She knows she doesn't want that thing around her guests. And you heard her. I'm supposed to do whatever I think is necessary to get rid of it.
You want to destroy it just because it howls at weird times?
Let me tell you something. Yesterday I went looking for it. I tracked it and finally found it, sitting across the creek, not 20 yards away from me, just staring at me. So I raised my rifle, drew a bead, and fired. Easiest shot I've ever taken in my life. And I missed. So I fired again, and I missed, and then I missed again, and all the while it just sat there staring until finally it just stood up, walked toward the brush just as calm as could be, and disappeared. Wild animals just don't act like that, and I just don't miss like that. There's something real weird about that wolf, and I ain't gonna rest till I get rid of it. So maybe we should just find something else to job out. You met my little girl yet?
Freddie? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She's
I
got
hit
a
her in the
pretty mean
face
arm on her.
10 times.
She sure does. Of course, that little snow fort she built is pretty much her whole life. Just sits out there waiting for somebody to go by so she can pick a snowball fight with them. I keep asking her how she manages to stay warm all day, but she won't tell me. Says she's got a secret weapon. Yeah, she's something.
A secret weapon that lets her stay warm. Like perhaps she's the werewolf. Yeah. An 8-year-old werewolf hacker snow princess. This is getting interesting, chat. Assumes that his wife is indeed Freddy's mom.
Does your wife, Freddie's mom, does she live here too?
In the summer she does, but in the winter she goes south.
Oh,
See,
hello,
she's
hey,
got
Carmen.
this nerve condition that makes her real sensitive to cold. Freddy'd like to go with her, but until Chantal stops putting off giving me that raise she promised me, sending Freddy south too is out of the question.
Chantal's a cheapskate. This was one of your favorites, huh? I'm enjoying it so far. Even though I keep being apprehensive that I'm going to miss some of the chores or something. But how are you tonight, hey Carmen? I'm trying to think, which one was my favorite that I've played so far? Did like Treasure in the Royal Tower a lot.
How long have you worked for Chantal?
About 1.5 years. I was her first hire, best hire too. I could run this place single-handed if I had to, just like I'm doing now.
Have you ever been in the guest lodge business before?
I tried my hand at it once. Long story short, didn't work out. But I've learned a whole lot since then. I could make it work now. Just need to find the right property, get my hands on enough cash to make a down payment, that's all.
What about this property? Oh, that's a relief. Yeah, the cooking, the other two you just have to do once a day, and the maid duties aren't so bad, so once we no longer have to cook, that'll be exciting. Yeah. At least the chores aren't as onerous as some games we've played. Shadow Ranch. Excuse me.
How do you explain what happened to Carl Jenkins, the former guest who slipped on the stairs and broke his leg?
Can't explain it.
He slipped.
1 minute those stairs were clear and dry. Next minute they're slick with ice and he's lying at the bottom of them.
Okay, that does sound suspicious. I was just like, there was ice on some stairs in Alberta. In the winter? Oh, how'd the ice get there? That's suspicious. But it wasn't there before.
Could a broken pipe or something have been to blame?
This place hasn't had so much as a leaky faucet since I came aboard. I keep everything screwed down tight and running right. You ask me, somebody iced those stairs down on purpose. 'Cause it wasn't nothing I did, no sir. No sir.
Clearly the wolf. Yes, those damned vegetables. The Shadow Ranch was a pretty good game overall, but the vegetables and the puzzle with the elemental marbles got to be a bit much. It will just casually mention explosives.
The Avalanche Patrol asked me to tell you that the explosives training session in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Well, hallelujah. I didn't really want to go anywhere until I finished off that wolf. Now I won't have to.
I think you were right about the wolf not being normal.
Course I'm right. Dang, I just remembered. Patrol wants me to keep an eye on Skookum Ridge for the next couple of weeks. Here, there's the key to the snowmobile. Take it out to Skookum Ridge and see if there's been an avalanche.
You want me to check it out?
Seat-seated so you don't have to worry about the cold. Make sure you call the patrol and give them a report when you're done. You can handle that, can't you?
Do I have a choice?
But I've never driven a snowmobile before.
It ain't rocket science.
It's snowmobile science. See how this wolf trap fits together. Oh well. Hopefully we'll solve the mystery before he completes it.
2 more things. That Bill Kessler guy's getting bored being the only one around here doing any ice fishing. He wants competition. So if he says anything to you, just remember that Chantal wants you to keep the guests we got happy. Other thing is,
I should
cold
let him
snap's
beat me.
on its way. You think it's cold now? Just wait. Gotta be real careful anytime you're outside. So, we done here?
Have you ever seen Trapper Dan's needle?
Course.
I mean, it is like, what, 20 yards from the building?
Do you know if there's a way to get into it?
Don't know, don't really care. Maybe something in that display up in the lobby will tell you what you want to know.
I'll let you get back to work.
If you need anything, just holler.
Yeah, that pillaged display. So we don't have to be anywhere for a bit. Let's go joyriding. Eventually we should go talk to, what's his name, Kessler again.
Nancy! Hey, got a proposition for you. Ever been ice fishing?
No.
Well, you're about to. Here's the deal. I need some competition, so I want you to go out there and try to catch a bigger fish than I caught yesterday, which means you gotta catch a 2-foot northern pike. Now, it's a bit of a hike out to the lake, but the shack is solar heated, so it's nice and warm inside. So what do you say, kiddo? You game?
Anything to make you guests happy.
Atta girl.
I like your specific phrasing. Fox and geese.
Since Mr. Talbot isn't here, could I play a game of fox and geese with you?
You bet. Have a seat. Here are the rules.
I feel like
The
I've heard
white
people
pieces are
mention
the
this.
geese. The black piece is the fox. The goal of the geese is to corner the fox so he can't move, while the goal of the fox is to gobble up geese so that they can't corner him. The geese can only move forward along a line to the next point, either directly forwards, diagonally, or sideways. Same thing for the fox, except when he's next to a goose that has an empty spot directly behind it. He can jump over it.
Gobble it up.
Right. Gobble it up and remove it from the board. You just take turns and play until somebody wins and somebody loses. I'll be the fox. Ready?
might as well save now because yeah, I assume time will keep ticking away as I play. Oh, that's why I've heard about it before. That's one of the reasons why people don't like the game. Oh man, the bot left before I could ban him. Oh well. So I remember this being like a game that some people really like and some people really don't. So, if I have to play later, then maybe.
Actually, I changed my mind. I don't want to play right now.
Okay. So what can I do for you?
I've kept you awake long enough.
Anytime you want to talk, just wake me up.
Right. Whenever you say narcoleptic, just go beat your record real quick and then go riding the snowmobile. Oh, actually. Just there.
Check.
We finally talked to Yanni. Haven't been in all of them yet.
Been there, done that.
There's too much luck involved. Yeah, that's a damn shame. And like, yeah, combining the chores and the automatic time. I see myself running back to do those sometimes. We did catch a pike before, but it was before he'd told us to. Just saying, if this were the
I
books,
better not follow this trail until I know for sure where it goes.
Nancy Drew would be packing a pistol. The next time the wolf showed up, she'd be ready for it. It was so crazy, because I recently read the original text of The Secret of Shadow Ranch. It was completely different. It's Skating Pond. That's not the one.
The battle for the kingdom of the Snow Princess begins!
The Snow Princess has a generous hitbox.
You win, so you may pass.
These days we'll find out about her secret weapon.
I can't stop shivering. I need to get in and out of the cold, like, soon. Oh my gosh. It looks like someone came in here and just wrecked everything, including the fishing gear. So much for catching a 2-foot northern pike.
Seems like Bill Kessler really doesn't like to lose.
Left behind by whoever trashed this place, maybe? 202-555-7237. That's a U.S. phone number.
Huh. Birds of the Southwest. Wasn't Werewolf Lady bird watching, or so she claimed? Still, someone wanted to frame her for trashing the place. What's that?
I'm starting to get really cold.
Oh, right, they did mention the cold snap, he called it. Oops.
Halt! By order of the Snow Princess, you shall not pass.
If I freeze to death because of this whelp. But will it recharge if I sit on the snowmobile?
You win. Go before the Snow Princess decides to seek revenge.
This one. Come on, Bob. Snowmobile. Oh, I see. Interesting. Kind of just like Home Alone on the Genesis. Or Ski Free. Can we run over anyone for points? That snowman was looking at me funny. And I hope that's not just pointing north. I know it, I think it, yeah, it's moving.
You crashed Ollie's snowmobile?
Not only crashed it, I pretty much trashed it. I didn't mean to, but I guess I zigged when I should have zagged.
My insurance company's not gonna like this one bit.
I'm
For what it's
alive,
worth,
for what
I'm not
that's
exactly
worth.
thrilled about it either.
Well, Nancy, can you guess what I'm about to say to you?
Don't let it happen again.
You're fired.
Yeah, that was my second guess.
Okay, yeah, the second chance to automatic. It's so weird not having a menu. I'm trying to remember if Ghost of Thornton Hall had a menu. It says that you have, I don't see health, so maybe it's that if you hit something at a high enough speed, you just automatically die. Or blow up. I thought I've heard that explosion sound before. Jeez, who the hell designed Canada? This landscape.
The sign's not buried, so I guess there hasn't been an avalanche.
Yet. Quick question, what do you want me to do, Nancy? Oh, maybe that's all we just had to look at and be like, well, the sign isn't buried. No convenient items. Was that other game where you were skiing downhill and fighting terrorists? God. Oh, I think I'm thinking of True Lies. Yeah. Which I never managed to beat. What was that? Did that snowman just cackle at us? No, seriously. What's he drew in the case of the cackling snowman? Well, these games sometimes have fun Easter eggs like that. See also the giant grubworm of Thornton Hall. By giant, I mean like a foot long. But still. I think I took the wrong way around.
Warm again. Somebody left me a note.
Oh, that's your notes for you. Interesting colored paper. Nancy, I really like playing snowball fights with you, but I'm afraid you won't want to play with me anymore. If you play with me and win, I'll give you my top secret way I can stay out in the cold for so long. Freddy. Oh, nice. You'll share your shape-shifting abilities with me. Yeah. Tino. I haven't talked to him in a bit. And that's okay. Three 555 2006.
Avalanche Patrol, what's your location?
Actually, I'm calling on behalf of Ollie Randall. He wanted me to tell you that there hasn't been any avalanche activity out at Skookum Ridge.
I was wondering when we were going to hear from him. Thanks for the report.
No problem.
Oh, we gotta give the key back.
Been there, done that. Oops, haven't done that.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait till it's fixed.
That's finished.
Yeah. 202 555 7237. Did I mess it up? Two oh two 555.
non-profit organization dedicated to making sure that the wild animals of North America remain wild. No one can take your call at the moment because all of our volunteer staff is busy blocking access to California's wilderness areas in order to protect their cougar, bear, and condor populations. But if you leave your name and number after the beep, someone will eventually get back to you. Especially if you want to make a donation.
Huh. Yeah, protecting the bear population so they can eat people. Perhaps it was some kind of like eco-activist or trash the fishing gear to make sure that the wild fish remain wild. And we don't domesticate the sturgeon by feeding him too many fishing lines. Because then he'll come to rely on tourists going out there to feed him. And he can't, catch his own dinner anymore. Pop down to the basement. Yeah, I kept missing that door all last stream.
You check out Skookum Ridge.
Yep, no avalanche. There's your snowmobile key.
You make a report to the Avalanche Patrol.
Sure did.
What else do you want?
Someone went into the ice fishing shack and ruined all of Bill Kessler's equipment.
Probably some animal-loving eco-fanatic who figured it was time to save the fish.
That's what I was thinking.
You don't by any chance have a hook and line I could borrow, do you?
And sinker.
Say no more. There's my tackle box. It's all yours. Kessler tried to rope me into competing with him, but I can't very well do that when you've got my hook and line now, can I?
No, I don't suppose you can.
I'll just do
What else do
everything
you
for
want?
you. You want me to build the wolf trap?
I'll let you get back to work.
Keep me posted.
We can't go fishing. I assume after dinner it'll be too cold. Wait, this way. Oh, tomorrow. And Chantal will be like, Nancy, you didn't catch a fish within 48 hours, you're fired. Like, I've been fired for less. Been fired for pissing off psychotic white chickens. It was 5, right? Or wait, the instructions are up in my room. Oh, no, not till 6. Still, I don't think I have time to go fishing, damn it. Does it take some time to get to the lake?
Been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Check.
Well, we can...
I'm glad for the chance to talk once again. There is something I must explain.
Oh.
There is?
What I said before about wolves. It is because my grandmother was killed by wolves. Killed and devoured.
Oh. I was almost your grandmother, sir.
How?
Years ago, when my mother was a little girl, her mother, my grandmother, was on her way back from the village on her motor scooter, which was and still is the only means of transportation most Fredonians can afford. It was January, and the sun had just set, and it was dark, very cold. There were thousands of wolves in the countryside that winter. At night they would roam in huge, hungry packs. My grandmother was halfway home when she came upon a young man waving from the side of the road for her to stop. He too had been on a scooter, but his had broken down, and wolves were gathering all around him, preparing to attack. My grandmother, of course, stopped, and he leapt on behind her, and they took off down the road with the wolves, dozens of them chasing after them. But with 2 people riding it, her
Vicious
scooter
wolves.
was slow, much too slow, and the wolves soon caught up with them. And when one of the wolves seized my grandmother's boot in its teeth and started to pull, instead of helping her, the man pushed her off the bike. It instantly gained speed and he got away. My grandmother, set upon by the wolves, did not.
That's terrible.
Tormented by
More
guilt, the
sympathetic
young man
answer.
eventually confessed. He went to prison for several years, and the wolves were hunted year-round until the countryside was rid of them. But the damage was done. And so, I'm happy to talk to you about any subject except wolves. About them, I have nothing to say.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Come back anytime.
That is why you want to go very quickly on your motor scooter. Perhaps Azami the Sparrow could learn a few things from Fredonia. What's his name? Azami Kizwami? Yeah, that's quite a story.
It's way too
Bit on the
cold to go
dark
out
side
there now.
for... Oh well. I'll leave the Snow Princess to freeze. We'll learn her secret weapon tomorrow. But yeah, it's like not just a story about somebody getting killed, it's a story about somebody getting killed in a horrible fashion. Oh, right. If I had gone back down to talk to him was to... Oh. Lock on the snowshoes. Let's brute force it, chat. Well, we made a good effort. Remember seeing any number. She's not going to comment on the bone further. I guess we should just go upstairs and advance the clock to dinner time and get it out of the way. Minute power nap. Let's go. That song's stuck in my head all week. Salad. The lettuce first, right? That's the lettuce, right, Chad? I think. I remember. Three peppers, one tomato, 2 spinach. Yeah, that's spinach. What was it? 2 spinach. God. Keep be like, am I remembering this correctly?
Order up.
Salmon. One, 1, 3, 2.
Order up.
2 salmon. No putting spinach on the grill. 2, 3, 1, 1.
Order up.
1 salmon, 1 salad. Isn't there anybody in this hotel who hates vegetables? Come on, guys. Wait, shoot. Nobody saw that. One, two, 3, 2. The only thing to do would be to pocket some salmon, and then if the wolf comes after us, we can throw it to distract the wolf. Of course, then the wolf might smell the salmon on us and come chasing us down. And like, you smell unusually delicious, human.
Order up.
Okay. 6:30, but we'll finish by 7. 2, 1. That's right. Ah, one salmon. Now that's more like it.
Order up.
$6.36. Not bad. I think that's all we can do tonight. Assume it'll still be too cold.
I'm not going outside now. It's too cold.
So defeatist. Cold is a state of mind. Oh, did we? Might have saved and then not called Elsa. Second time to hear about Crazy Larry. We read through all those last stream.
Yeah?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew, calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge.
Yeah, sup?
I was just wondering, your tires getting all torn up like that didn't have something to do with L, did it?
L?
L, as in I'm going to sell your collection of troll dolls on eBay?
You found his stupid letters. Okay, so it was Larry, my insanely jealous ex-boyfriend. He got all crazed when I couldn't take time off to visit him and slashed my tires, the psycho.
With his
I blamed
teeth?
it on the wolf so I'd have a legitimate reason to quit and get on the pokey for a while. I just needed some time
Yeah,
off and some
maybe
cash.
they blamed
Just
it on the
enough to
wolf's
jumpstart
claws.
my career, you know? Because I got talent. I really do. But you're right. I shouldn't have lied like that. Look, I'll contact the unemployment office and tell them the truth, okay?
Good idea. What happened to Larry?
All I know is he's finally out of my life. Take it from me. Do not ever, ever, ever think for 1 second that having a jealous boyfriend is in any way, shape, or form a good thing. Because it's not. It's the worst. Got that, Nanook?
Nancy.
In fact, I'm writing a song about it. It's called
as bad as
Thrash Your
Professor
Jealousy,
Hotchkiss.
Spare My Tires. Get it? Spare My Tires. I'll probably sing it on Canadian Idol. Hey, you want to hear it?
No. In fact, I'd better get going. Good luck on the show,
Actually, I
though.
kind of
and
do.
thanks for the advice.
Anytime.
I know, it's so random that she's Australian. I suppose that Australians can travel to Canada if they're like, oh no, the weather down here is far too hot. Let's go somewhere where there's snow. There's no snow in Australia, right, chat? Just like beaches and desert and stuff. Right? I've never been to Australia. But, you know, they're both Commonwealth countries, so I suppose it makes sense. Is there anyone else? Talk to the sheriff about the C4. Did we ask Monique about the stolen pictures? So we haven't called named Tino this stream. Some of the random side characters you meet in these games are just fun.
Hey, Nancy. What you need?
Yeah, well, hints are
I guess
available.
maybe I could use a hint.
That's what I'm here for.
Fishing. Nah. I'm confident in my fishing skills. I've played Amazon Trail Chat. I think I can
On
fish.
second thought, I don't need a hint. Maybe next time.
You need help?
Once.
Just give me a call.
Back in like 99 or something. But still. What other games have I played with fishing other than that time we did a fishing horror games theme for Short Horror Saturday? Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. No. Oh no, that's right. Because she mentioned that she met Tino in a Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon and she didn't particularly like him. No, she didn't spoil anything, just enough to be like, hey, player, there are other Nancy Drew games you should be playing. Was he a fun character in that game? Oh, right. Try telling her about the pictures. Oh, thanks for telling me. Hopefully eventually I'll play them all. Except maybe Trail of the Twister. I've heard that's terrible. Have you played most of the Nancy Drew games, hey Carmen?
Hello?
Hi, Chantal.
Nancy, listen, before I forget, Ollie called and said that one of the guests, that Bill guy.
Bill Kessler.
Kessler, right. Apparently he's been agitating for someone to compete against him in some kind of ice fishing contest.
Yeah, I'll do anything. Just let Nancy Drew handle it.
I know. He asked me and I said I would.
Good, because as I said before, you and Ollie are to keep what few guests we have at the lodge happy. If they want you to go ice fishing, I want you to go ice fishing. So, what else is going on?
Oh, you grew up playing them. I'd only tried out one with my little sister before I started playing some of them while streaming. You played all but Midnight in Salem. Nice. I played maybe a handful or so. I played Secrets Can Kill Original, Royal Tower, Crystal Skull, Shadow Ranch, Cursed Carousel, Ghost of Thornton Hall, and now White Wolf. Oh, 7. That's more than I realized. But I know there are lots of them. You'll be hearing from me again later. Yeah. Nancy draws no shame when interrogating.
Is it true that you promised Ollie a raise, but you haven't given it to him yet?
Told you that? I can't believe it.
Meaning...
Okay, I mentioned to Ollie once that I thought he maybe deserved a raise, and now every time I turn around, he's all like, "Where's the raise you promised me? Where's the raise you promised me?" Doesn't he realize I have a few other
That crabby little whiner drives me nuts.
Doesn't he realize that you have Daddy's money?
I'd better get back to work.
Good. Talk to you soon.
Hey, abracadaggers, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? It's good to see you again. Yeah, we're playing another Nancy Drew game. A pretty good one so far. I've only messed up the orders once or twice, and it hasn't been enough to get me kicked out. Did blow up a snowmobile once. And fall into the freezing water once. In my defense, there was a rock in the way. I think... turn in for the night, actually. I'll call... Alright, you can't call Bess and George. Maybe I'll call Ned. They made 2 Hardy Boys games, Abracadaggers. We played the first one on stream a couple of years ago. Was that before I had played many of the Nancy Drew games? And then... I think it was only 2, and the second one was universally panned. The first one was decent, but not really as good as Nancy Drew, and it got weird sometimes. At one point, was it Frank and Joe were talking to some man, and his daughter was sitting right there, and the man was like, "Were you thinking about how my daughter is a lovely young lady? You know, I would love it if you would ask my permission to ask her on a date, Frank." Or it wasn't quite that ridiculous, but it was something like that. And they also kind of prefer how you never see Nancy Drew, except sometimes you'll see her as this shadowy silhouette, so you can identify her with her more. Whereas with the Hardy Boys, it's all in third person. So, you feel like you didn't identify as closely with them. Oh, then you found Nancy Drew was better written. I think I read was exposed to Nancy Drew first because our teacher read us one in 2nd grade. And then I discovered the Hardy Boys, but don't know if I've read some random ones of each. I don't think I noticed the writing being better. But it also depends if you get the reprints or the original text, because I was always trying to read the originals, and they were in more detail, and sometimes had more offensive content, or more violent content, but better writing, I think. And sometimes sometimes they would get weird, like The Disappearing Floor was one Hardy Boys book that just kind of went off the rails. But yeah, I don't remember how I got it working, Carmen, but I think it wasn't that hard, but I've never really used virtual machines unless I find one prepackaged with the game, but I think I was able to run it through DXWind, which is one of the greatest programs in the history of PC gamings. Oh, they would always describe, was it chat as husky, chunky, stocky? Yeah. Just they would frequently describe George as boyish. And didn't they? I seem to remember them describing Bess as plump, but I can't remember if that was regular or just one or two times. Yeah, Chad and Biff and is it Phil Cohen and Tony Prito. Chet Morton and Biff Hooper, I think it was. And of course, Callie and Iola. Oh, Encyclopedia Brown. I did enjoy those. Yeah. Try and solve the mysteries yourself. I think I liked Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys more, just because more complicated stories. And Tom Swift. I read a couple Tom Swift, but never got into them in the same way. Alright, what was I doing? And I think we went through all those. Let's give Ned a ring, and then maybe we'll head to bed. Yeah, let's see what you say about the wolf. Yeah, that mystery that has fair play and gives you all the clues. Whereas, those are the ones I prefer, as opposed to some of the novels where, like, oh no, here's something that you never could have known, and that's the explanation. While I was following some wolf tracks, I heard an explosion, and the next thing I knew, I was totally buried in an avalanche. But the next thing I knew, the white wolf was digging me out. I have no idea why, but it saved my life. Which means, in addition to everything else, I have got to find out what its deal is. I have no idea why. Do you have any idea why, Nancy, when you go to the grocery store, you sometimes pick out, I don't know, a nice rotisserie chicken? Because you want to eat it. Would you like to take a guess as to why the wolf saved your life? Oh, like in Harry Potter. It was like, you couldn't have figured out that key. You should, the importance of his name if they didn't tell you his middle name. Yeah, God, I haven't read that one in a long time. I just thought I would go back and reread the Harry Potter series, but I don't know. Probably won't be as good as the first time I read it. Also, I thought I'd go and read the Lord of the Rings series, or reread the Lord of the Rings series. But that's a time commitment. I still have my large print copy from undergrad. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I was going to. I keep getting distracted by wolves. Well, that was a Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle book where the kid says, wolves. I wish I had wolves. If I had a wolf, I would... But he never discovered what he would do if he had a wolf because his mother came in at that moment. Something like that. I was like 7 or 8 when I read it, so it's a little bit fuzzy. Ned, he's right at the top. You ever wonder if they have to get, like, clearance reports for video games? Like they do for film and TV? Maybe not. Or maybe not back then. Games aren't regulated.
Me again.
So, how's it going?
Yeah. Which I'm guessing is what triggered the avalanche.
Yanni Volkstaya, the cross-country skier? Someone threw a bomb at him while he was out on the slopes training.
A bomb? You mean like a grenade or something?
Whatever it was, it left a small crater. I saw it myself.
Why would someone do that?
From what I've read, Yanni is a pretty ruthless competitor. He's probably made a lot of enemies. In fact, he's convinced that his competitors are the ones who blew up the bunkhouse. He thinks they were trying to intimidate him.
And what do you think?
I'm just thinking, I should... Every time I read a Nancy Drew or Hardy Boys book, I end up enjoying it.
I think he's just being paranoid. Someone may be using explosives around here, but I really don't think they're doing it just to get rid of Yanni Volkstaya.
So full
Then
of
why
himself.
are they using them?
That I intend to find out.
Good idea.
Could be. The murderous cutthroat world of cross-country skiing. Yeah, these sports are more vicious than you think. But he has to bring glory to the proud nation of Fredonia. Oh, did James Bond get attacked while he was skiing at one point? I mean, I know people threw bombs at him. found that in somebody's room.
Are you familiar with a book by Jack London called The Call of the Wild?
Sure, it's about a dog who winds
Which
up
book
leading
was
a pack
that,
of wolves.
Daggers?
It's a classic. Why do you ask?
Because I found a copy of it in Lou's room.
Interesting.
I still haven't read
Maybe
Call
he's
of
got
the
something
Wild.
to do with the wolf that's been lurking around outside the lodge.
I was thinking the same thing. He does spend a lot of time outside by himself. He says he's snowshoeing, but maybe he's up to something else.
He did get
something
in
that
Yanni's
ties in with
way.
the wolf somehow.
Or maybe the fact that he's reading that book is all just a big coincidence.
Yeah, that could be
I
too.
mean,
As I recall, it was a pretty good book.
and you know, you go to the icy wastelands. Maybe you want to read books about icy wastelands. You know, prepare yourself for what lies outside.
Ollie's on the avalanche patrol, which means he knows how to handle explosives.
Could he be the Mad Bomber?
He's got the temperament for it, I can guarantee you that.
The
What I'm
Mad
not sure
Bomber.
about is why he'd be the Mad Bomber. Although he did mention that he wanted to get back into ranching for himself.
What's stopping him?
No property and no cash. Which reminds me, Chantal hasn't gotten around to giving him the raise she promised him. He seemed a tad bitter about that.
Maybe he figures if he wreaks enough havoc around there, Chantal will shut down the lodge and sell it to him for next to nothing.
It did cross
Not
my
only will he
mind.
get property, he'll get revenge.
You really think she'd sell the
I feel like
lodge
she'd
to
get
Ollie?
bailed out
Of course
first.
not, but if Ollie thinks that, he can easily be your guy.
Mad Bomber. Out of the darkness comes the Gray Ghost. Tonight's episode, The Mad
Go.
Bomber.
I'll call you again.
I miss you, you know.
I miss you too. Bye, Ned.
Yeah, wish you were here, Ned. I need somebody who can drive me around on a snowmobile without blowing it up. Okay. I think. Head to bed. Get up for maid work. Pond skis in 6 different movies. Did he ski in? Was it For Your Eyes Only? I think that was one I saw. And like one of the climactic scenes took place on a mountainside. I know I saw it. I got it from the library on VHS. I think it was like in 2012 or something. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Tonight's episode of David's Brain. Yeah. 5:45. And they have to be finished by, was it noon? Oh God, we have to play Minesweeper again tomorrow. Seven, okay. So wait, 5:45, but we'll have to set it for 6. Getting up bright and early. Wait, is it just the... Haven't done that. And the towels and the washcloths, right? Probably too early to go outside. That is a pretty interesting excuse, though. Oh, yeah, It looks like somebody used a bunch of knives on my tires, but nah. It was wolves. Wonder if that would fly around here. How many wolves are there in Southern California? I mean, I haven't seen one recently, but... I saw some raccoons last night. At a friend's house. Good number of them. Bold they were. People were talking about domesticating raccoons. I should save, shouldn't I? Nine raccoons. Oh, in our garage. Oh, yeah, they're nice in the yard, but when they start getting into the buildings, oh, if it's just the garage, you know. Did she put out food for them? Isn't the one random extra pillow strikes me as odd. Oh, raccoons love cat food. They sit on the couch with her. Wow. I had some at in college where I went to grad school. It would be, yeah, let you get pretty close to them. I'd probably be nervous sitting next to one, though, because I know people have gotten bitten by squirrels and raccoons and things. Yeah, maybe you don't try to grab them. Okay. Yeah, we already read about that. If I'm the maid and I just take the old towels, where do the new towels come from? Oh. I forgot about that. They always move or wash their food. Yeah. Unusually clean compared to most animals. Like I remember in the Catfish Bend books, the main character was a raccoon and he'd be washing his food. But he'd also be washing his hand every time he shook hands with the narrator. Oh wait, that just didn't... I just let myself in everywhere. I tried these on all of the... Oh, that's so cute. Oops. I guess bed's already made. If you can get in trouble for going into a room with an unmade bed and then making it if you're not supposed to go in there. You don't trust any non-primate that has a thumb. Well, just wait until you notice the little pad halfway up a cat's front leg. Though, to be fair, I like cats. I don't know if I always trust them. Especially not after the number that Fluff Bomb Cheer Glimmer did on my roommate's couch.
Some things are missing. Maybe Lou went out and took them with him.
Yeah, Lou's a painter. When he's not, you know, using dirt to make art. Yeah, cats are always up to something, yeah. Plotting. Yeah, pushing things off the counter at the very least. This. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting disoriented. Oh no, I guess I took the sign off after I finished it. wonder if those are like Native American words that they're using. This is the one we've already read. I think underlined. He is the force to be reckoned with. 100% pure water. Isn't most bottled water pure water? Oh, wait, we haven't read this, have we? Biathlon Biennial. I always wonder if that's one of the developers or something when they put pictures of people into these games. See also Chex Quest. Biathlon Bob's tip of the month. The magic bullet. Just wait till Chingling Sue hears about this. Too soon? Too soon. Ever find yourself on a training run out in the backcountry, miles from car or cabin, consistently missing your target despite your best efforts? Your sights are probably fixed. You conclude that your front sight needs to be adjusted. But you have no tools with you, not even your trusty Swiss Army knife. The good news for some rifle owners is you don't have to throw in the towel and call it a wasted day. Because the solution to your problem is right there in your rifle. A bullet. Biathlon Bob's looks like a local tour guide named Savannah Dan. Oh, that's fun. I'm guessing he gives tours of a city in Georgia. To raise or lower the sight post, you need to depress the small locking pin and move the circular plate beneath the post to the next position, clockwise for raising the post, counterclockwise for lowering it. While the tip of a ballpoint pen can be used to manipulate the pin and plate, the tip of the bullet works just as well, if not better. After all, ballpoint pens can break, and the last thing you need is a jammed post screw. So the next time you're out in the field and your aim seems off, reach for a bullet. You'll be back on target in no time. Of course, nobody's discussed the possibility that, what's his name, Ollie's rifle was loaded with blanks. I blame the wolf. And by the wolf, I mean Guadalupe the werewolf. Maybe the wolf outside is her brother. She's here. Try and keep it alive. But can a regular wolf be the sibling of a werewolf? Any zoologists in chat? We're turning it into a werewolf mystery. I mean, there's a woman who straight up says, "My friends call me Lupe," and I'm like, "Oh, you are hella sus, madam." Also, she was using binoculars to watch out the window. Kind of like Barrymore was watching out the window. Yeah, well, they do. There's this wolf here that seems to be bringing bad luck and accidents. Like, at one point the wolf was framed for biting someone's tires, and nobody was blowing up buildings with C4 before the wolf started howling. Proof positive.
I can't go in there now.
Oh, shoot, that's a do not disturb. Lynx room or bobcat room. So, but there is an actual wolf. We actually saw it up close and personal. Terrifying beast. Hungry beast. Penguins. Oh, yeah. And one theory is that this pig's head is the severed head of the pet pig of the lodge's founder, who mysteriously went missing in the 1920s. So he may be back, because, he wants revenge for the death of Mary the pig. Oh, and also he has this giant monument outside, and we're pretty sure someone's been going into it. As in, we saw wolf tracks leading up to it, and a piece of torn cloth that appeared to be, caught in the secret door. So, Hey, speaking of raccoons. Aw. Down they go. Into the incinerator. Well, they're disposable washcloths. Yeah, definitely a werewolf. Or, Oh, that's right. We need to learn Freddy's secret weapon. Whether that's shape-shifting ability or not. He's like, the Snow Princess's secret weapon is she actually has dragon's blood running through her veins. I'll share some of it with you, Nancy. I make everything weird if you give me a chance. Right. 7 o'clock. Kitchen duty. Freddy's secret weapon is a glove with knives and dream writing. That was my thought. Ollie named his daughter the Snow Princess after one of the great slasher villains. Why? That's okay. We know how to deal with little Freddy. We hit her in the face 10 times. That's how you deal with unruly children. It's in the game, chat. What's on the menu today? How about cereal with milk? Alright, Canadian bacon, on account of we're in Canada. Omelets on the pan. Overcooked, yeah. So this is what Overcooked is like. My sister asked for it on Switch for her birthday a couple of years ago. Don't think I've played Overcooked. But if this is what it's like... Omelet. Oh, here it is. Oh, it'll destroy your relationships. And it's basically the successor to Mario Party. Fold. Cook. One French toast. Remember when we had to cook French toast in the Hardy Boys game in a rather unsanitary fashion? Good times.
Do this over and do it right this time.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Olives in an omelet. Oh no, that's bacon. Okay. Oh, shoot. Fast cooking toast. Three spinach, 2 cheese. Cheese. 1 peppers. And 3 olives? Don't trust my memory.
Order up.
131.
This ain't right.
Oh shit. How do you know? Stop looking in the omelets, Ollie. Oh shit, I overdid the spinach. Yeah, well, maybe people who eat Canadian bacon and French toast and omelets for breakfast could use a few more vegetables. Right. 22131. Oh, it was... I was just going by the numbers and the ingredients, like 2 bacon, 2 spinach, 1 cheese, 3 peppers, 1 olives. Shit. Should I mess that up again? And to think I used to work in a restaurant. Appreciate the audio cues. 7:33.
Order up.
Okay. 22311. Two toast, 1 bacon. Whoever's order this is, they're my new best friend. Oh yeah, the Canadian. Oh. Ah, shoot, I think I burned it. Yeah, Canadian bacon.
Order up.
That's what I get for trying to do too much in the kitchen. Oh, got another easy one. I am playing this game on the easier mode, to be fair.
Order up. Order up.
Oh, got another easy one. I appreciate that. entirely too long since I've had French toast in real life. Where's the mysterious paprika? Have we ever used the paprika? Question marks are disallowed. Yeah, we still haven't. Have we been in all the rooms now? Nancy will know.
That's finished.
Great. Now, let's see. First, showdown with the Ice Princess, then we go fishing. Yeah, that's all we got to do. Messed around with a fishing minigame earlier, that seemed fun. Yeah, we'll check that out later. We've got business to attend to.
I better not follow this trail until I know for sure where it goes.
It goes out into the snow. Where the hell do you think it goes, Nancy? Oh shit, we gotta do the pond too. Let's get it out of the way. Maybe it didn't snow last night.
That ought to do it.
Yay! We solved the puzzle, chat. It's easy to get turned around when you're, you know, walking around in a square.
Hold! By order of the Snow Princess, you shall not pass!
Ooh, wind chimes. It reminds me of an old Flash game I've played before.
You win! Heads up! Whenever you're really cold, just squeeze the toasty pack and you'll get a burst of heat. It only works when you're already cold, and you can only use one toasty pack at a time.
So that's your secret weapon. How many of these are you hoarding, child?
I can't stop shivering. I need to get in and out of the cold, like, soon.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't just leave your fishing pole out in the shack if you don't want people to destroy it. Yeah, no, yeah. Nancy Drew's totally dominating. Yeah, it helps to have an extra, 10 years of life under your belt. But no ice balls. Freddy, the little hacker, was very clear on that. No ice balls allowed. Rules are rules. I think Chantal would have something to say if I were around hitting her handyman's daughter with ice balls. Oops, it was open. Ah, there we are. tackle box in there. I haven't played Bully. By Rockstar Games, right? I think I have a copy. I've heard it's quite a fun game.
I broke my line.
Do I have to use the box each time? Oh. There's a winter section in Bully, and they had snowball fights. That sounds fun. We're going to talk about why there are landmines in this lake, chat. Yeah, sea urchins, my foot. It's what are there?
My line just bit the dust.
It's what are there? Canadian freshwater sea urchins. Not you, you're too small.
A sturgeon chewed right through my line.
I wasn't even... The hook was nowhere near you, Nama. You can't just eat every piece of string you see underwater. You'll get chubby.
I snagged a sturgeon. There goes my line.
Whose line is it anyway? The sturgeons. Hello. Ah.
I broke my line.
They only exist in 2 dimensions. Yeah. Sturgeon can't swim around the line. Good thing there's no limit on the lines that I can tell. Have I ever had sturgeon? I feel like I saw it on a menu at some point, but maybe I'm making it up.
I snagged a log. There goes my line.
Oh, that log really put on a burst of speed there. That log saw his prey and was hungry. Nope. Not for you. I feel like Nancy Drew would... Hello. A clue. Under the legal size limit. I feel like Nancy Drew would have better luck fishing if she put bait on the hook. But, you know, that's how we do things in America, but I don't know. Canadian fish.
Doesn't quite measure up.
There. Still, if I catch some of these, I could serve them for dinner. You're like, y'all were getting sick of salmon anyway, weren't you? I've got pikes. Nice shiny pike. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. We were all thinking it.
A sturgeon chewed right through my line.
Oh, some of those other fish I've been looking at aren't sturgeons, I just realized. Sturgeons play by log rules. That's not how you fish.
Close, but no cigar.
I thought we were trying to catch pike, not cigars. Right, if we keep fishing, we'll have time to solve the mystery, but, well, as part of our undercover job, we have to keep the guests happy. It's hard to catch the perp if the perp's unhappy about accommodations at the hotel. And one of the guests wants to have competition in ice fishing, so... The only logical solution? Give the maid a fishing pole and tell her to beat him. Just waiting for her to hit him over the head with a fishing pole. Hey, Rush Pirate, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Pike, pike, pike.
Close, but no cigar.
Ah. You guys, please go check out Rush Pirate. Wonderful feline streamer. What was it you were playing today, Rush Pirate? Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. How was that? One of them there Star Wars games. Ooh. Ow. Fortunately, boots float right past. Ow. Oh no.
A sturgeon chewed right through my line.
What that other big fish is, big dark fish is.
There we go, a 2-foot northern pike. No more fishing for me.
Just think. I don't think I've seen a 2-foot ruler before. I've seen a 1-foot ruler and a yardstick, but... Yeah, well. And that's how they do things up in Canada. I'm just glad they still use, you know, feet and inches. Or they did when this game was made. Okay, so
Oh my gosh, whoever threw that ice ball at me must have set off an explosion that shattered the ice. And my jacket's gone. No wonder I'm so cold.
Uh-oh. And things just got worse, chat.
A coat. I need to make it to shore by jumping from ice floe to ice floe and put on that coat before I freeze to death.
Wait, did the wolf bring us a jacket? Maybe the wolf's like, I don't like my food too chilled. Yeah, I should have a new save. Oh well. Ah, there. Yeah. Oh, that is Nancy. What is that frog hopping game by Sado Software? Is it supposed to understand the rules of this, or is it random? Oh, wait, we can do diagonals. Damnation. Good thing Zancy's a good jumper. Hey, you know, maybe the wolf's a friendly wolf. Maybe... Yeah. He really is trying to save Nancy's life. Shit. I don't think we're going to make it, chat. They wouldn't let me jump from that one there, would it? What am I missing? I see. So the one you jump towards is gonna... Yeah. Where is it? You have to get on that one and jump? Because this looks like the closest one. One I'm zoomed in too much maybe, but will that make one reappear? It's not that simple. Sometimes one doesn't disappear, one will reappear. Uh-oh.
All I want to do is lie down.
Lazy. Of course, if you lie down, then you don't fall in the freezing water. No. Not the worst idea I've heard, Nanky. Need to make another piece of ice come up here. That was the one I jumped off of. Changing the rules. There's a specific piece of ice you have to jump on that'll make a specific piece of ice reappear. Of course, there's no way to know if it's gonna go under.
I'm getting sleepy.
I think you figured out the pattern. I can tell what makes them go down, but not what makes them come back up. I'm guessing that I need to make one come up here. zoom out, maybe I'll be able to better notice. That made a random one go down. Right. It's in the same row. Aha! I'm not sure what triggered it, but I'll take it. Oh, and that was in a diagonal with where I was hopping. Oh, I didn't even think about that. There we go.
I don't know whose this is or why that wolf left it here, but at least now I won't freeze to death.
It's the wolf's previous victim. Left it there
Much
so
better.
it can always find
It's
my
really
scent.
cold. There's a note in one of the pockets.
Things will lead me to a bigger buffet. Will lead the wolf to a bigger buffet. I don't know. Some other alphabet. Viking runes, perhaps. Or Greek. Chat. Wolf tracks. This means if we follow them...
Since I can't go back the way I came, maybe these tracks will lead me to shelter.
Yeah. The wolf's cave. Hopefully I didn't lose my inventory. Avalanche Ridge. What a great name.
Avalanche Ridge. Ugh, not exactly reassuring. The snow's so deep, I'm sinking up to my knees.
Hello.
Ski tracks. Probably Yanni's. I bet if I follow them, I'll wind up back at the lodge.
This is where you go for the summer. This type of place.
If I want to follow those tracks,
We need
I'm gonna need
snowshoes.
some snowshoes.
Okay. Back on tracks.
I can't stop shivering. I need to get in and out of the cold, like, soon. All I want to do is lie down. Ah, warm again.
That was close. God, if we hadn't made it, who would have served lunch? Alright, I should save, shouldn't I? Wonder. If I can get multiple packs. Is it toasty packs?
Halt! By order of the Snow Princess, you shall not pass!
I didn't get a good look at her through the ice ball, but it was too tall to be Freddy.
You win! Heads up!
yes, it was Freddy disguised as an adult. She's just clever enough to notice how much that she's a hacker.
Better. I was really cold.
Bear. Ooh, wolf. Yeah, 2 kids on each other's shoulders in a trench coat. They're the ones who knocked us out and blew the place up. Unfortunately, didn't check to make sure that we got blown up too. Blown up.
Hello?
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
Did you ask Yanni about using his picture yet?
Yes, but he said no.
Darn. Well, thanks for trying.
Okay, now on to the more important things. I almost died.
I think I'm onto something, but I
doesn't
desperately
need to
need
know that.
snowshoes. Could you give me the combination to the lock on the display case so I could use the ones in there?
I certainly can, but I'm not going to until you do something for me.
Haven't I done enough?
Sure.
I'm going to fax you a survey that Tino came up with. He says you're to fill most of it out by observing the people staying at the lodge, rather than just asking them the questions outright. He says that would put them on their guard. When it's all filled out, fax it to Tino. The results will help him come up with a profile that will help you to determine which of our guests is responsible for the accidents.
What if Tino were to meet with an accident? Well, you know, I'm pretty tight with the wolf. Maybe I can just, send him to, what's Tino's address again?
Sounds good.
Excellent. I'm faxing it to you even as we speak. In fact, it's done. So why don't you go get it right now? I'll wait.
Great. I
Nancy
just
Drew,
hope the
you're too
questions aren't
nice.
too dumb.
A fax machine puzzle. Yeah. We sometimes have to send faxes for work, but they're basically just PDFs that we send through a special website. These
Got it.
days.
Good. Now remember, when you're done filling it out, fax it directly to Tino. And he wants you to call him before you do so he can turn his machine on.
You'll hear from me again later.
Answers, Nancy. I need answers.
I need a few answers too, like how long are you going to keep trying to play this game of running this lodge? Where are you again, Chantal? We don't use a physical fax machine anymore. We did. I guess they kind of stopped, like, right before I started working there, they changed offices and went with a new internet provider that included fax service. And then that started messing up, so they just went with another fax site. Alright, the sheriff. Yes, I am supposed to report crime. I would like to report some crime. And it's the sheriff. Oh, there it is. Sheriff Monahan. Excuse me.
Sheriff's office, this is Mohican.
A Mohican.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew again.
Yes?
We're not going to tell him about the ice ball terrorist.
Do you need some kind of permit to hunt wolves around here?
No, ma'am.
Open
You mean Ollie
season.
Randall can go after that white wolf that's been hanging around outside the lodge and just shoot it?
Yes, ma'am. It's always open season on wolves out here. You can kill as many of them as you want.
Somehow that doesn't seem right.
The animals wolves go after don't have a problem with it, I can guarantee you that.
Wonder how tasty wolf meat is. I don't think I've ever eaten it.
One of the guests at the hotel, Yanni Volkstaya, he says someone threw a bomb at him while he was out skiing.
Well, did he see who it was?
He didn't see anything except the explosion, which I'm pretty sure is the same one I mentioned to you before.
Was he hurt?
No,
Why are you telling me this instead of him?
He's too proud.
because he's a cross-country skiing champion and he's convinced it was one of his competitors. Apparently the governments of the people he's beaten are as ruthless as they are sore losers.
So what do you want me to do?
Cutthroat world indeed. That's sports for you, chat. Now, Nancy, don't get snarky with law enforcement. You might need them in case you need somebody to look stupid in the future.
I just thought you should know that his life may be in danger.
Well, if this Yanni guy wasn't concerned enough to call us, I don't see what good we can do. Life's too short, we're too understaffed, and it's just too darn cold to go traipsing around out there for nothing.
Thanks for your help.
Have a good day.
And I use the term loosely. Hey, Necrokeys. Yeah, typical incompetent law enforcement. How are you tonight? You guys, please go check out Necrokeys. What have you been playing recently? Oh, Martian Gothic Unification. I've heard... Actually, I have a copy of that, which I've been meaning to play. I heard it's an interesting horror game. How are you enjoying it? It's a terrible game, but I can't sell it. It's a big box copy, and I have to have big box copies of every horror game ever released. Except, you know, those that weren't released in big boxes. Oh, not too good. Well, maybe that's the reason you don't hear about it too much. Oh, I didn't know there was a PS1 version. Maybe. But maybe they're both awful. I only heard of it because I, saw it in Babbage's. And then was like, I don't know. And then eventually found out it was a horror game. And I'm like, ooh, I must get the copy that they still have there for $3 before someone else does. There's the S of the suspect. Hometown. Which planet in the... Hates paprika. Guys, we're going to have a screening of a Japanese anime film tonight, and I want you all to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Tell me before you fax this. You're a doll? Thanks? I always thought of myself more as a marionette, with people like you controlling the strings, Balducci. Shit, it's almost lunchtime. Reminiscent of Resident Evil 1, but illogical puzzles, bad tank controls, and terrible voice acting. I mean, I played Resident Evil on the GameCube, but I know the PS1 version, the voice acting left something to be desired. Maybe it was just in that time period. Let's talk bombers, Yanni.
I really need to get somewhere in the backcountry and was thinking you could maybe give me a cross-country ski lesson or two?
Out of the question. I don't have the time, the equipment, or frankly, the desire. I am sorry.
You're delightful. But, yeah, glad you tried the game out, Necrokeys. And now the rest of us know to avoid it.
Would you mind telling me what planet you most identify with?
Pluto.
Actually, Pluto's not a planet anymore.
That is exactly the point. Pluto stirs up passion and controversy, yet it continues undaunted on its course, as do I. Pluto and I, we are as brothers.
Okay, somebody identifies with the underworld. Got it.
You're busy, so I'll let you go.
Kavichinaya.
Keep sanding your skis or whatever the hell you're doing. Rubbing pork fat on them. Oh no, I ain't been skiing since high school, chat. Ooh. Using the keyboard, fancy.
What you need?
That's all the questions I had.
Keep me posted.
Need you to have a better attitude and stop trying to kill wolves. What about that coyote we heard howling the first night? Yeah, kill him instead of the wolf. They have coyotes in Canada. Till luncheon.
What's up?
Would it be alright if I borrowed your snowshoes?
No.
I don't really have to borrow yours. Any old pair would do.
Well, in that case...
Any pair will do.
What's the matter with you? Afraid of cooties? Let her use your snowshoes.
I've only got one pair, and they're like precious, you know? Sorry, dude, the answer's no. What can I say?
Well, maybe you shouldn't have studded them with precious gemstones then.
I was just wondering, what planet do you most identify with?
Planet X.
I'm sorry, I meant in our solar system.
Planet X?
But
They
there
did
is no
theorize
Planet
there was a
X.
Planet X
There
back when
will
I was a
be.
kid.
So, you identify with Planet X.
Planet X. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I'll
Ask
let
what
you
your
go.
favorite level
Rock
of
and roll.
Taz and Escape from Mars was. Oh, wait, no.
Nancy, hi! What the heck happened out there?
Actually, I'm not quite sure.
How do you know about
I walked
it?
out to Icicle Lake to see how
Bill.
you were doing in the fishing shack, only there wasn't any fishing shack. There wasn't even a lake. The ice was all busted up like somebody dropped a bomb on it.
Bomb,
All
you
I know
say?
is, after I caught that 2-foot northern pike, I walked outside
And
and
beat your
someone knocked
record.
me unconscious with an ice ball. The next thing I knew, there was an explosion, and I was on an ice floe in the middle of the lake with no coat and no fish.
Somebody decked you with an ice ball and blew up the lake? Holy moly!
And took the
Probably
fish.
you. Couldn't stand the thought of losing to a girl.
We were all
Har
thinking it.
har. The good news is you're okay. The bad news? No more ice fishing.
I know this is going to sound like a strange question, but what planet do you most identify with?
I guess it would be Mars. You know, that whole god of war thing?
I should
Yeah,
have known.
Kratos. We like Kratos.
I'd better get going.
See you later.
Yeah, Bill did it. Weird coincidence, he wandered out to the ice field, the lake right after the explosion. Wait, real quick. On the planet Mars, where the ladies smoke cigars. Maybe I should. I will. Find a new save after lunch. 1209, we should be good. Right. Cook the burger first. So should we put just see who complains about the paprika, I guess. One of everything. I like this guy. He's consistent.
Order up.
Paprika was barely touching it.
Order up.
Burger. Have 2 pickles. No onion, one of everything else. Not mess anything else though. Double pickles. No onion. And a little paprika. Oh, nobody has a deathly paprika allergy. It would suck to be them.
Order up.
Let's see. 1 cheese, and one of the last 2. Yeah. It's terrifying how fast those things cook. Yeah. You're doing okay on time.
Order up.
Cheese, 1 cheese, 2 onion, 1 of each condiment. Oh, thank you, Abracadaggers. I appreciate you coming by. It's always great to see you. Hope you get a good night's sleep, and may the wolf guide you too. And if not the wolf, then what else they have in Canada? Woolly mammoths. May the woolly mammoth guide you. And yeah, we're gonna wrap up fairly soon.
Order up.
One cuissaddle.
Oh, and by the way, don't go adding paprika to Lou Talbot's food anymore. He hates paprika.
Oh. Lou Talbot hates paprika. Wonder why. Is it possible that his grandfather had a paprika farm, which was burned up by Trapper Dan's heirs in the 1940s? That's as likely an explanation as any I can think of. By no, I mean they didn't complain. So how much can they hate it? Can't get the snowshoes till we finish the survey.
That's finished.
Last competition I'll have.
That's finished.
Yeah. Not the wolf's coat, though. That's something different.
Been there, done that.
What the deal is with that wolf? I think, have we? We haven't seen any books in this game, have we? Now's the perfect chance to sabotage their game. Hello. Nothing we can do with that deer. Wait. Hometown. God, but we've already... I guess we'll have to look at their beds over the course of several days. sure it'll be a huge gag on Tino's part. It's the second one now. Toronto. Guadalupe is Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Did somebody mention Los Angeles in this game? Of course, we don't know if it's really their hometown. Alright, Lou. The person that's known as Lou. Brea. What any of this does, but I'm gonna find those symbols. Something here in the display. The necklace of fire and salami. Why he built it remains a mystery. He smuggled pelts illegally. There can't be a connection here. Oh, the Navy used it for research during World War II. That's why they're land mines. Or not land mines, water mines. Okay, now that actually makes sense. Teddy Roosevelt. Didn't notice the inscriptions on the frames, but we did try to look at the bookshelves, didn't we? Ew. Maybe we could call Ned to do research. Bess and George are being unusually useless. Actually, I didn't think to check out a new. I know it's the same paper. It's so remote we don't necessarily get regular papers. Yeah, the weekly paper. Sasquatch sightings hit 5-year low. Well, it could be worse. Could be Sasquatch has hit 5 people. Let's try Ned first. Yanni says he and Pluto are like brothers. Okay.
Hey, Ned.
Everything all right?
Neddy, baby, how do you feel like going to the local library?
Someone dressed in a black snowmobiling suit decked me with an ice ball. And when I came to, the lake had been blown to pieces and I was stranded on an ice floe.
Are you okay?
I am now. But remember that piece of black fabric I saw sticking out of Trapper Dan's needle?
You think it came from the clothes the guy who threw the ice ball was wearing?
It's a definite possibility. And if that person also blew up the lake, he or she could be the same person who blew up the bunkhouse.
Which means if you come across someone who owns a black snowmobiling suit that's missing a piece of fabric, you probably found your culprit.
Or if I come across somebody who is carrying around
I'd better get going.
a block
You
of
can call me
C4.
anytime. Got that?
Got it. Bye.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Look
You
at
have
the
reached
telephone.
Run and Grow Free, a non-profit organization dedicated to
they're
making
saying
sure
the
that the
same thing.
wild animals of North America remain wild. No one can take your call at the moment because all of our volunteer staff is busy blocking access to California's wilderness areas in order to protect their cougar,
Oh, shut
bear,
up.
and condor
I want to
populations.
skip your
But if you leave your name and number after the beep,
condor-loving dialogue.
someone will eventually get back to you. Especially if you want to make a donation.
But look, the 0 key is for Q and Z. Don't think I've ever seen that before. I thought it was 9 was always WXYZ. Hey, Board Game Heaven, welcome in. How are you doing? Guys, please go check out Board Game Heaven. Awesome streamer. What were you playing most recently? Commandos. Beyond the Call of Duty. Is that the expansion pack for the first Commandos game? Oh, lurking at work. I appreciate it. I never really played those. They are. Oh, actually, I think I tried Commandos 2, the PS2 port. It seemed like a pretty tough, kind of strategy game. But hopefully you're enjoying it. And hopefully work is going well. Oh, Commandos 2 is a little easier. Oh, neat. They were improving, or at least making it more accessible to people. Is it worth asking Chantal about the symbols? We tried to talk to Ollie before our lunch shift, I think.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy again.
What's up?
What's up is that your stupid law enforcement buddy can
That's it
take
for
his
now.
facts
Don't let
and
me down, okay?
stick it where the sun doesn't shine. And by that I mean underneath some snow that's had an avalanche. The sun doesn't shine through the snow. I should know, I've gotten buried in an avalanche. Oh, thanks, the mic's a little soft. I can try turning the game down slightly. But also it's starting to get late, and I'm trying not to be too loud, because we're going to have to end soon. I'd like to see if I can tackle one more puzzle. There, thanks. I brought it down slightly. There's no internet on the computer, right? Yeah. And so we could just call Tino to chew him out. Commandos ammo pack. That's what they call the compilation of first one they had expansion.
I sure am.
Good girl.
Wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay, let her rip.
No, I'm not.
You messed up somewhere, Nancy. According to the survey you just sent me, the only crime any of our suspects could have perpetrated is jaywalking. Do it over and call me before you fax it, okay?
You bet.
Anything else?
I guess maybe I could use a hint.
That's
Which ones
what
are
I'm
on
here
the
for.
table? I think this is the second time the game offers hints for things that haven't happened yet.
I changed my mind. I'll talk to you later.
Always a pleasure.
But now that we know Ollie's going to kick Werewolf Lady out of the lodge because we have precognition, let's ask him why he's going to do what he's going to do, if he even knows that he's going to do it.
How can I help you?
Oh no, not you.
You're busy, so I'll let you go.
It has been a pleasure.
What you need?
I'd better get back upstairs.
Good.
I don't think you want me hanging around here. Well, it's not like I can get trapped in here if he's right over there. He did say in our maid duties that I'm supposed to open the sauna door sometimes and make sure it's not sticking. was that? Oh, it's like some sheep with large, exceedingly curly horns. Where else we can go? And that sign was we can't look at it. Yeah. Just love letters from someone immature and violent. Also, like, trust me, having an insanely jealous boyfriend is not a good thing. Nancy's like, I didn't think it was. I wasn't going around being like, boy, I wish I had a really jealous boyfriend. Hey, Ned, you want to come down to Canada and slash some tires?
I'm only supposed to use this door if it's an emergency.
Never gotten into the Chinook cabin, or Chinook room, have we? Yeah, that's where they keep all the salmon that they serve for dinner. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll have to come check their beds over the next couple of days. Not any. Dinner's at 6, so we've got plenty of time. Yeah, we can't open our suitcases. Just kind of hoping we might have a.
What do you want?
You messed with my rifle, didn't you?
This I gotta hear.
Excuse
Juicy.
me?
This fax just came for you. It's from the wacko left-wing wildlife gang that paid you to screw up my rifle so I'd miss that wolf.
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm leaving this place right now.
Good. You just got yourself an escort off the premises.
Okay. Hey, what'd I tell you? She feels kinship with the wolf. Because she's a werewolf, and he's her brother. She was in... True. Yeah, well. On the bright side... Oh. We can't look at what... How she got up out of bed. Which cabin was she in? Or which room was she in? I keep wanting to say cabin. No. It's not going to show it here. On the computer?
I can't send this survey anywhere yet. I haven't filled it all out.
Well, they might have left Guadalupe's fax in the machine. She was in Eulalie. Sounds vaguely like something a badger might say in Redwall. Yeah, great planned. No. Why did I have to make her bed? Hey. There's a picture of a wolf in her room. Yeah. Family portraits. What is her number? Gonna be just her room number or her like cell or home number? Try her, and then we'll talk to Ollie.
This is Lupe. Leave a message and perhaps we'll talk later.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'll call you later.
Oh, well, we could have just been like, "Hi, this is Nancy Drew. What planet do you identify with?" It's for a survey. For a detective. So I can determine if you're a criminal. It might give us answers. Or... maybe Nancy will have to sabotage Ollie's rifle.
You have reached Run and Grow Free, a non-profit organization dedicated to making sure that the wild animals of North America remain wild. No one can take your call at the moment because all of our volunteer staff is busy blocking access to California's wilderness
Even
areas
going
in
to the
order to protect
settings.
their cool,
Can't
bear, and
skip
condor
the dialogue.
populations. But if you leave your name and number after the beep, someone will eventually get back to you. Especially if you want to make a donation.
Yes, I would like to make a donation to the skippable dialogue fund that I believe your office has going. Oh, wait, right. Quit playing coy, Oxenfree. What do you got against werewolves?
What you need?
I couldn't help but overhear the argument you and Ms. Camillo had.
Didn't try to
She
help it
messed up
either.
my rifle so I couldn't shoot that wolf, so I tossed her out. Told her to take her little crusade somewhere else.
Have you told Chantal that you threw her out?
No, not yet. She's not gonna be happy. But by golly, that woman was a menace. Anybody who deliberately sabotages a man's rifle is capable of anything. But at least now I know why I missed that wolf. And like I told her as I was giving her the bum's rush, next time, I won't miss.
I'll get out of your hair now.
Keep me posted.
We can't ask
What you
him.
need.
I'll let you get back to work.
Keep me posted.
Oh, books. We like books. Can't look at those other ones. Might as well save again. Where's trying to look for more evidence at the lake? Let's take another look at the needle. Excuse me. Maybe it's been blown up now. Wait. Tracks go off the path. Ski tracks. Ooh, and wolf tracks. Uh-oh. Yanni's about to be dinner. Oh, or is it just the side of the other explosion?
That's weird. The rock that had the fossil in it is gone.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Someone's stealing fossils. Paleontologists with bombs. Oh no. Maybe the wolf took the fossil. The wolf's like, there's still some flavor left in these bones even after 5 million years.
Wonder what kind of rocks those are.
Uh-oh. Here our savior and possible consumer.
Go back to Chicken Ridge and risk getting caught in another avalanche? I don't think so.
Why not, Nancy? Are you chicken? It's a needle, right? Ah, shoot. Me and my wonderful spatial awareness.
I feel warmer already.
I'm going to be playing hot and cold. And no way in it. I'd thread it, but, well, Nama ate all my string. I should have tried to see what happens if Nancy hooked one of the mines. That would have been a fun game over. And not the first Nancy Drew game in which she was killed in a terrible explosion. Secrets can kill was special. reason to go to the skating pond. Can't take the snowmobile.
Feel warmer already.
Get a quick health recharge and then.
Halt! The battle for the kingdom of the Snow Princess begins!
You got more packs, kid? I don't got inventory limits that I know of yet. Still. You gotta admit, the kid's got some architectural skills to be able to build this fort.
You win. Here you go.
Two smoking ruins of a building. Oh, no one's updated the signs yet. Missing clock was from Wolf Lady's room, wasn't it? I mean, the clock from the room was missing. We don't know if that's it.
I don't need to go to Icicle Lake. Now that the fishing shack's gone, there's nothing to do there.
She's like, I don't want to look for evidence. I'm good. Do not turn your back on the Snow Princess. We gotta solve that message.
Ah, warm again. That's for me.
That. Nancy, because of that Neanderthal of a handyman, I've been forced to return home. Please call me. When it comes to the White Wolf, there is much for us to talk about. Lupe. Yes. Give me a full and unbiased account of whether your brother is a danger. Had thought of something else to do, promptly lost it. And while we're talking, Loopy, got a quick question about planets. Also your bed. So, misplaced nick locks lately.
Hello?
Miss Camillo, hi, it's Nancy Drew from Icicle Creek Lodge.
Yes, hello. Is the wolf all right?
Well, Ollie hasn't succeeded in shooting or trapping it yet, if that's what you mean. But I'm not going to tell you any more until you tell me who you really are.
All right. I'm a member of Run and Grow Free. As you may or may not know, that's an organization dedicated to the protection of wild animals.
Sounds more like a
I
brand
went
of
to the
plant
lodge
food.
to make sure nothing happened to
Tell
that
me it
wolf.
doesn't.
See, we're trying desperately to arrange to have it captured and transported to a sanctuary. But so far, all the ones we've contacted are full. And unless and until we find a place for it, all we can do is try to protect it. Now tell me more about the contact you've had with the wolf.
It did kind of snarl at me after digging me out. Looked hungry. Yeah, no denying that one.
When I was trapped out on the lake without a coat, it dragged one to the shore and left it there for me.
It may have sensed you were in trouble, or its behavior may have been totally random. But either way, the fact that the wolf didn't simply run away from you is very bad news.
It is?
Wolves and humans simply do not mix. While wolves may appear to be similar to dogs, behaviors that have been bred out of dogs after thousands of years of domestication are still instinctive to wolves. Training a wolf to behave like a dog may mask those instincts, but it cannot eradicate them. For that reason, no matter how sociable the wolf may appear, instinct can at any moment rear its ugly head with devastating results for any humans involved and for the wolf. Especially for the wolf, who will have simply been doing what comes naturally.
I'm within my rights, said she, doing what comes naturally.
So the fact that this wolf doesn't seem to be that afraid of people could lead people to think they don't have to be afraid of it.
Precisely.
Probably
It
rapid.
could make them forget that all wolves are, first and foremost, wild. And while we're on the subject, do not ever give in to the temptation to feed the wolf. For one thing, a wolf's jaws are twice as powerful as a German shepherd's, and should your hand happen to get in its way when it tries to feed,
I get the picture.
for another thing,
Can I feed a
making
German
the wolf
shepherd?
dependent upon you for food would seal its doom. It sounds strange, Nancy, but the very best thing you can do for that wolf is nothing.
Okay, but what if I, set some rabbits loose so that the wolf could catch them? The wolf would never know it was me, huh?
Are you the one who wrecked all the gear that was in the fishing shack?
Yes, that was me. I was afraid that Bill Kessler fellow would encounter the wolf on one of his trips out to the shack, and that it would end badly for the wolf. So I did a number on his equipment. I've done worse while working on behalf of Run and Grow Free. Believe me.
Yes, confessed your crimes. So it was all about the wolf. You didn't give a damn how many fish he slaughtered, but the wolf. And by that I mean your brother.
If I were to ask you which planet you most identify with, which one would you say?
Earth. No, wait. Make that Venus. No, Earth. No, actually Venus. No, Earth. No offense, dear, but that's a very silly question.
Tell me about it.
That's a fair question.
Why can't the group you belong to just capture the wolf, take it out to the middle of
Let's
nowhere,
get some of
and
that
let it go?
educational content
Because
out of this game.
unfortunately, there's really no such place as nowhere anymore. We
Even in
humans
Canada?
are, or can be, everywhere. Plus, wolves can travel great distances. Contact with humans would be inevitable. And since this wolf has obviously lost its fear of humans, it would be an easy target for anyone prone to shoot first and ask questions later. No, a sanctuary is the only place where it would be truly safe.
What's a sanctuary?
It's a facility where wolves can live out their lives in as natural a setting as possible in the company of other wolves.
You mean like a zoo?
No, sanctuaries are usually not open to the general public. And while educating visitors about wolves is certainly one of their goals, their primary concern is preserving the animals they take in. Unfortunately, the more humans encroach on wolves' natural habitat, the more crowded the sanctuaries become.
Oh, they're not open to the general public. We can't just go look at the wolves. So you're kind of an expert on wolves. Or should I say, your family.
So, are you kind of an expert on wolves?
Oh, good heavens, no. Although I probably know more about them than most people do. which unfortunately isn't saying much.
Things like what?
Well, I know that a wolf that lives by itself, like the one up there at the lodge, a lone wolf, if you will, a wolf like that is called a disperser. And I know that 95% of the wolf's natural habitat down here in the lower 48 states has disappeared. And I know some people, a lot of people, couldn't care less. But it seems to me that wolves have just as much right to go about their business in this country as we humans do. After all, they were here first.
Tell that to Granny Volkstaya. If you can find her remains. Too soon?
Aren't there any government agencies that can take care of the wolf?
For the most part, and especially up there, wolves are considered to be pests. If a government agency got involved, it would take care of the wolf all right. Permanently.
Oh, nice. They'd bring it to a sanctuary.
When you were here at the lodge, how come you had a magazine that featured Yanni Volkstaya in your room?
Not that I was
You're very
snooping.
observant. I read the article thinking he might make a good spokesperson for Run and Grow Free. But then I actually talked to him. At which point I realized that not only is he a raving egomaniac, but he's appallingly superstitious when it comes to wolves. I put an abrupt end to that conversation. I was afraid he might try to tell me that wolves had eaten his grandmother or something.
You know, actually... never mind. It gets so cold here at night. Will the wolf be okay?
Not only are wolves built to withstand cold temperatures, but they know instinctively what to do to survive in extreme conditions. If they didn't, they would have disappeared from the earth eons ago.
And if they're just able to give away their coats.
Did you ever hear any explosions while you were staying at Icicle Creek Lodge?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I heard several.
Do you have any idea what
Keep
caused
checking
them?
the time.
My first thought was that Ari had completely lost it and was going after the wolf with explosives. But when I realized that even he wasn't that stupid, I assumed it was someone clearing an avalanche or a downed tree or something. While we're on the subject of explosions, did anyone ever figure out what made the bunkhouse blow up like that?
The sheriff says it was plastic explosives.
Wow, that's serious. No offense, but it sounds to me like instead of hiring a new maid, the owner of the lodge should have hired herself a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should have. A detective who doesn't have to run around filling out surveys.
Why didn't you just come out and tell the people at Icicle Creek Lodge that you were there to protect the wolf?
Because I assumed, quite correctly as it turns out, that very few people there would be sympathetic to my cause. Had I not been undercover, they may have tried to foil my efforts. Instead, I was able to foil theirs. For a while, at least.
Yeah, we know all about being undercover. What?
I've got another kind of weird question for you. From what side of the bed do you usually get up?
That is weird, but harmless, I suppose. Let me think. I get up on my left side.
That's it for now.
Thanks for calling. Oh, and from now on, call me Lupe. I think you've earned that right.
I consider it an honor, Wolf Lady. Did it pick one? Is it, wait, no, 5 is dinner time or 6 is dinner time?
No need to go in there till it's time to cook.
Well, that answers that.
What's up?
Nice talking to you.
Happy trails.
Thanks, dirt boy.
Hello again.
Yeah. I need to tell him about Guadalupe.
I'll see you two later, okay?
Glad you dropped by.
Should we rat Ollie out to Chantal?
How can I help you?
That's all for now.
Come back anytime.
What you need?
I'd better get back upstairs.
Keep me posted.
If we do, I think these games will make it so that it causes problems.
Hello?
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
I'm glad you called. Ollie tells me Guadalupe Camillo checked out.
Actually, it was more like Ollie threw her out.
Well, good
Nancy,
riddance,
you
right?
rat.
I mean, he said she was an environmental nut job. In fact, he said he wouldn't be surprised if she's the one who caused those accidents and blew up the bunkhouse.
Yeah. She tried to save the wolf by blowing up buildings.
I don't think so.
You don't? I was hoping I could tell my lawyers that the case is closed and come home.
I still have to come up with proof.
Oh, that. Well, the lodge is probably
That
better off
annoyance.
without her in any case. Although she did pay for her stay in advance. And in cash. Cash is good. Oh well. Anything else to report?
Did you know that Ollie is building a trap to catch the wolf that's been hanging around?
No, but he told me he'd been having trouble shooting it, so good for him. Whatever it takes to get rid of it.
But why does he need to get rid of it? It's not hurting anything.
It's freaking out my guests, which means it's hurting my bottom line, especially on top of everything else that's been happening.
But why not, say, call a wolf sanctuary and have them come and take the wolf away? That would certainly be more humane.
Look, Ollie's had a lot of experience with varmints or whatever he calls them, so I have to assume that he knows best. In fact, I think he used to hunt wolves for food. Or was that bears? Lions, tigers, bears, wolves, they're all a huge insurance risk for someone in my business.
Delicious
so I don't
tiger
care
stew.
how Ollie does it. I just want that wolf gone. ASAP.
Nothing else to report.
Good. Talk to you soon.
You know, chat, I should probably save and call it a night. It's getting late. And that means we can start next stream with the dinner shift. Yeah. I am enjoying this game. Though apparently I haven't gotten to the part where the main reason everybody hates it. So, let me see who we're going to raid. And then I'll tell you chaps what's coming up on stream. What on earth? Who is? Oh. Just now it's hoping to raid's no longer online. Gadget Silverfish. Yes, I want to play a game about annoying bugs that eat my papers. Oh, Necro Keys. I don't know when the last time we've gotten to raid Necro Keys is. We should raid him. Unless, let me check if... Yeah, we'll raid Necro Keys. But yes, as what's coming up on stream. So, some point this week, maybe tomorrow, I'll do another bonus audiobook stream, and I'll read more of Cold Harbor, the 1920s horror novel. Because I do want to finish that. I think we've got a couple more streams of it. Then Wednesday, I'll continue A Nameless Inheritance, a survival horror cinematic platformer that's almost entirely forgotten. And then Saturday, for Short Horror Saturday, I was thinking it's Thanksgiving week, I should do something, a turkey-themed horror game. Or if I can't find that, maybe a giant chicken-themed horror game. Are there any turducken horror games out there? And next Sunday, it'll be more of The White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Oh, fun stuff. There we go. But thank you guys for all coming to hang out tonight. I appreciate all the chatters and all the lurkers and everyone in between. And when I'm not streaming, you guys can find me on Twitter and MySpace, where I post stream announcements and polls and random stuff. You can find VODs of my past streams up on YouTube, and I do have a channel in the Retroactive Discord server. So, I hope that everybody has a good night. May the terrifying creatures who you think are there to kill you actually be there to help you. Except, you know, brown recluses. I don't need help from brown recluses. But say hi to Necro Keys, have a good night, and I'll see you chaps tomorrow or soon. I said raid now, damn it.